Welcome guys to You and Me and Her Part 2. We are going to continue where we left off, which I actually had to replay it because I was stupid, didn't get to a save point, and then had an issue with Sims that crashed my computer. So I had to catch up to where we were. Luckily it didn't take too terribly long. So let's get into it. Muka Aoi. The name doesn't ring any bells whatsoever. To be honest, I'm not much of a people person. I'm pretty socially awkward. Like, it's been almost 6 months and I still don't know the names of all the girls in our class. But that grade A space cadet, it's hard to believe I could forget someone as unique as her. Ha! I crawl into bed. Wanna get zappy? Back there on the roof, everything from her pose to her appearance and everything she said was all identical to that scene from the mobile game. Almost like she jumped right out of the screen and into real life. And the protagonist's name was Suzuki Shinichi too. No, it can't be. I don't have the power to turn video games into reality, do I? Whoa there, buddy. Now I'm the one with gamer brain. That visual novel was on Muko's phone. She probably had all the dialogue memorized. She was probably just acting it out. And she probably set the protagonist's names to mine on purpose. But why? Forget it. I'm letting my imagination get carried away. I pulled the blanket over my head and squeezed my eyes shut. That night, in my dreams, I see Miyuki. And we kiss. Wow! The start of a new day. Man, that dream I had last night was pretty weird. But I know today will be just the same as always. Just another ordinary... Huh? A letter tumbles out of my shoe locker. I take it to my desk and open it carefully, half terrified to discover what awaits me inside. Meet me on the roof at lunch. Die! Ah! Yutaro? Were you peeking? First I found out you're old friends with Sone-san, and then I find out that not only did you try to cheat on her with Muko, but on top of that you also got this old-fashioned love letter? You're a normie, aren't you? Oh, his eyes are like crying blood. Okay, goddamn normie. Your God may forgive you. But as the captain of the Boys and Dreams Club, I, Akabono Yutaro, never will. Akebono. Keep your nose out of other people's letters. Sorry. But you know stuff like this will affect whether the BD Club lives to see another day. Ah yes, the Boys and Dreams Club. Am I finally going to find something out about that? Don't worry, it doesn't make much sense to me either. Yutaro describes his club as for boys who want to pursue their dreams. Personally, I have no idea what that means. The club's actually been around for quite some time, but with a name like that, I can't imagine many people would go out of their way to join. Unsurprisingly, once spring rolled around, Yutaro was the only member left, and the BD Club was on the verge of being disbanded. In the end, he convinced me to join, in name only, purely to keep the club alive. It doesn't matter what I do as long as I stay in the club, right? Hehehe. My friend, you can't pursue a dream you're already living. The moment you achieve romantic fulfillment and become a normie, your membership is null and void. This is the oath sworn by the BD boys. Maybe disbanding is for the best. I'm starting to think so too. Yutaro may seem like a goofball, but he takes this 100% seriously. No sense in sabotaging a relationship just to keep my club alive, you know? Here. He set something on my desk. That's the game I saw yesterday. After Mukouo left, Yutaro demanded to know every last detail of what happened. Obviously, I couldn't tell him about all that stuff Miyuki said, but I did tell him about the visual novel on her phone. I barely gave you anything to go on. How'd you find it? Oh, Ryujiro knows a lot about these games. Who's Ryujiro? My kid brother. You said the heroine looks dead on like Mukouo, so I showed him a picture of her. That was all it took. I look at the girl on screen. Then I look at the girls sitting a few desks away. They're absolutely identical. A perfect 2D recreation. If you told me the developers modeled their character on her, I wouldn't doubt it for a second. Mukouo sits silently at her desk. She doesn't try to talk to anyone or play with her phone. She just stares into the empty space. While everyone else is chatting about their morning with their friends, the space around her is pretty quiet, like a vacuum. Almost as if she's focusing her entire being on picking up the faintest radio waves from the farthest reaches of space. Got it! Just then she thrust her hand up in the air. Transmission received. Development schedule confirmed. Route in progress. She babbles to no one in particular. But our class is already used to her antics. No one finds her behavior surprising. At least, that's the sense I get. What a weirdo. Nothing against her, but I suggest you set your sights elsewhere. She's one giant headache waiting to happen. Huh? I never said I was interested in her. Then why are you asking about her? She tried to kiss me on the roof. Obviously, I'm gonna be at least a little curious, you know. But that's all it is. For your sake, I sure hope so. I've heard some pretty bad rumors, dude. Such as, they say she's easy. Not that I buy it, obviously. Who cares? She can do whatever she wants. Or whoever she wants. If you were easy, no one would care. I mean, she's impossible to talk to, much less anything else. After witnessing her gamer brain antics yesterday, I agree. She seems like she's off in her own little world, or at the very least, totally oblivious to the people around her. She can't carry a conversation to save her life. Hey, Yutaro, is this game available on the App Store? You can keep it. What? The phone? Why would you just give up your phone? Yeah, Ryujiro got himself a new one recently. There's no SIM card, so you can't make calls with it, but you can download games no problem. According to him, this is a cult classic NTR game. NTR? What's that? Hell if I know. It's a visual novel terminology, I guess. But I'm getting some BD vibes from it. I see. Ah, Miyuki. Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning. Miyuki's voice rings out through the classroom. Just like that, all the girls start to gather around her in a giant circle. They start asking her questions like whether she'd seen last night's premiere or if she'd heard about the new store that just opened up in town. No matter the topic, Miyuki answers each one with grace, sophistication, and a smile. Just like that, she lights up the room, drawing attention from quite a few of the guys in our class. This happens every morning, and every time it makes me painfully aware of the distance between us. She loves you, dude. Sone Miyuki is the queen bee, and I'm nobody. Why is he so down on himself? She clearly loves you. A lone flower blossoming in the vast desert of this campus. Man, she is beautiful. Yeah. Here in the classroom, she's the star of the show. But I know she's just playing the part. As her old friend, I know what she's really like. Fussy and plain-spoken. Did you see that? Sone just glanced over at us. I can't help it, I'm crazy about her, and if I want to pursue this dream, I gotta confess my love. It's my destiny. Good luck, I'm rooting for you, man. And yet, even as I speak, boop boop, I can't help but glance at Muko. Glass? What am I talking about? Out of the corner of my eye. Amid the cheerful chatter, she sits perfectly still, the very picture of loneliness. I don't know who I'm gonna go for. During class, using my textbook as cover, I stealthily take out Yutaro's brother's phone and launch the game. Boop boop. Her eyes lock onto mine. My battery's dying. What battery? Need to recharge. Wanna get zappy? Yeah, this is definitely the same game from yesterday. The conversation plays out a little differently in the game, but for the most part, it's exactly the same as what happened on the roof. This level of pinpoint accuracy can't possibly be a coincidence. She must have been intentionally trying to recreate the scene word for word. Is she really interested in me? Whoa there, buddy, I mutter to myself. It's way too early to be drawing any sort of conclusion. Prior to yesterday, Muko and I have never even spoken to each other. Willing to keep myself to keep a level head, I resume the game. Wait! The heck are you doing? I'm the mommy cat. Nice try. Cats don't talk, they meow. Boop boop. Aoi frowns at herself for a moment. Meow, I'm the mommy cat. That's not what I meant. The scene strikes me as familiar. It definitely seems like that sort of thing the real-world Muko would say, at least. And knowing her penchant for oddball antics, I can't be sure she wouldn't do something like this in real life. I shoot a furtive glance at the in real life Muko. A furtive glance. Boop boop. There's her trademark pose again. She's not taking any notes. In fact, she doesn't seem to care about the lesson at all. Instead, she just sits there, hand in the air, staring into empty space. Does she not have parents? Like, do they not care about her grades? Like, what? Even in autumn, the afternoon sun is as harsh as ever. My vision is engulfed in a white haze. Eventually, after blinking a few times, my sight finally registers a lone figure. Oh, Shinichi. Standing there is none other than Sone Miyuki herself, baseball bat in hand. That baseball bat is intimidating. No way. You're the one who invited me up here? No, genius. Did you forget what my handwriting looks like? Oh, right. On top of everything else, she's a master of calligraphy, too. As such, her handwriting is extremely distinctive. Wait, then how'd you know it was a written invitation? Because I got one, too. She holds up a sheet of paper. I can tell it's the exact same stationery as mine. Then that means... Can't imagine what she hopes to achieve by doing this. Who? Who indeed? Let's just wait and find out. Okay then. How did she get on the roof then? I thought I had the key. We stand there in silence, side by side, gazing out at town. The clear autumn sky seems to stretch on endlessly. I feel like we need to talk about what happened yesterday, but at the same time, it feels too personal somehow. I never used to be like this. In the past, we had a more playful relationship. We had no trouble teasing or joking with each other. But we can't go back to the way we were. In the distance, I hear the crack of a baseball bat. That reminds me, why'd you bring the bat? To practice my swing. It's for my next performance. The play is about softball. A play about softball? That doesn't sound all that interesting, at least to me. Interesting. Come to think of it, she's carrying one yesterday too. You're really dedicated, huh? Well, as a second year, I did kind of steal the lead role from the older students, so now I need to earn it. I'm impressed. I close my eyes. In the past, we'd often go to the local indoor batting cage. I remember her long hair fluttering with the motion of her perfect, beautiful swing. You're lying, aren't you? About what? Needing to practice. You're already a pro. I think you overestimate me. Doubt it. You had that bat with you yesterday too, didn't you? There's no way she'd bring a baseball bat to a romantic rendezvous just because. She has more tact than that. Actually, now that I think about it, I remember hearing that she'd used a bat to defend herself from a particularly aggressive admirer. Supposedly, the guy came too close to spending the rest of his life in a wheelchair. I don't know, I'm kind of digging Miyuki. Like, she's kind of badass. At the time, I thought it was just another overblown rumor, but then where there's smoke, there's fire, so they say. Is it really for self-defense? I mean, partially, yeah. Alright, well, try not to kill anyone with that thing. Shut up. Miyuki pouts. She would never let this side of herself show in front of our classmates, but this is the real her. I'm only human, I get scared sometimes. I don't blame her for keeping her guard up around random guys. The rooftop door is the only exit. If it got locked, she'd be trapped, and just like that, her perfect reputation would be destroyed overnight. That would not be her fault. I'm having an issue with this game and the way it thinks about, like, women and calling one girl easy and saying the other one would be completely ruined if somebody sexually assaulted her. Like, what is that? Looking at her face, I can still see traces of the girl I used to know. Sorry. You haven't changed a bit. I can't tell if you're really smart or really, really dense. My bad. It's fine. I gave up on you years ago. It's true. We gave up on each other a long, long time ago. Funny. Our mystery letter writer sure is taking her sweet time to get up here. Gee, can't imagine why. We exchanged sarcastic quips. I feel a bit more comfortable now that I know the old her isn't completely gone. That makes it easier to work up the courage to talk to her. Listen, about yesterday. Yesterday? Oh, right, that was all an act, right? To help me get out of that jam? Of course, you looked like you were really freaked out. Yeah, it totally threw me through a loop. I mean, I barely even know her. You didn't know her at all. Thank you for showing up when you did, seriously. No need to thank me. I hardly did a thing. She stares at the ground, letting her guard down in a way that would be unthinkable in front of anyone else. I paused for a moment. Then, once she's calm, I ask her again. That love confession, it was all just an act? Right? Right. It wasn't real, just forget it. Alright, I will. Just kidding, she loves you. There's an unspoken agreement between us. The two of us are old friends and nothing more. I have to maintain my distance from her. That much is crucial. She loves you, you love her, just make it happen. Anyway, that Mukouo-san is sure something else. I notice she's steering the conversation back into safe territory. I guess the rumors are true. She's nuttier than a fruitcake. And with a bad case of gamer brain. The heck is gamer brain? It's when you start to confuse video games with reality. I hate that. Her tone sharpens suddenly. Is this why she always behaves the way she does? She doesn't seem to care about anything. Or at least, she never seems to pay much attention. Honestly, it infuriates me. Miyuki's the type to always put 100% into everything she does. So it makes sense that she wouldn't get along well with someone as absent-minded as Mukouo. Come on, don't be so hard on her. Having a poor grip on reality can't exactly be easy for her either, you know. That's not true. Who's there? Mukouo? Just like yesterday, she's standing up on the roof of the stairs. Have you been here the whole time? Aoi can tell the difference between reality and fiction. This world is a game. Aoi is a romance option. Not this nonsense again. Let's see your proof then. Proof? Mukouo tilts her head puzzled. Boop boop. Then she starts to pull down her skirt. Stop right there. What on earth do you think you're doing? Aoi will get naked and then our world will fade to black. Yeah, I sincerely doubt that. Don't you dare! Have you no shame? What's shameful about it? You seriously don't know. Surely she's got to have at least some common sense, right? Whatever, just keep your clothes on for God's sake. Mukouo falls silent as if lost in thought. Okay, different proof then. She's like a robot. She takes her cell phone out of her pocket. God. God? Yes, the god of visual novels. This world is a video game, a program. And other programs can be patched. What's that supposed to mean? The world will change. Oh yeah? Show us a miracle then, would you? Got it. Mukouo nods absently and raises her phone into the air. I have a feeling I know who she's calling. Yup. Boop 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 boop. Mukouo-san, what are you doing? I think she's calling God. Since when does Kami-san have a phone number? Since never, as far as I know. Yeah, didn't think so. Boop 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 boop. As usual, God shows no signs of picking up. Nevertheless, Mukouo keeps calling. At this point, it just hurts to watch. Are you done yet? Not until he answers, probably. Knowing Mukouo, it seems like the obvious conclusion. That would explain why she suddenly collapsed yesterday. I heard she has a complicated family situation. She said warui, that means a bad, not complicated. She does? Supposedly, she never goes home, sleeps in a different bed every night. Whose beds, though, I'm not sure. No wonder they call her easy. Being homeless does not mean you're easy. I'm offended by this game. In the back of my mind, I remember what Yutaros told me earlier, the rumors of her sleeping around. Homelessness does not equal sluttiness. Boop 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 boop. Hey, Mukouo? Boop boop. Maybe your phone doesn't get service up here. Or, I don't know, maybe God's a little busy right now. Boop boop, you think so? Maybe Aoi doesn't have enough battery power. Just get down from there, would you?
何か用事があるんでしょ
You wanted to talk to us, right? 3, 2, 1. Hey, do not jump from there. Boop, boop. Why not? Oh my god, huh? Because it's not safe, genius. How has she survived this long not knowing these
いい
things?
からはしごから
Just
降り
use
な
the
さい
ladder, please. Got it. She proceeds to climb down a little more recklessly than I would have liked. Finally, the three of us are standing on even ground.
それでどうして私たちを呼び出したの
So why did you ask us to meet up here? What? Wait, then that
あなたの
means
字よね
you wrote these letters, didn't you?
そうなの
Uh-huh.
先に言っておくわ聞いてたかもしれないけど
Well then, first things first, let me make this clear. As you may or may not have
昨
heard,
日の告白は勘違いから生じた行き違いよ
everything that happened yesterday was a total misunderstanding.
私と新一はただの幼なじみ
Shinichi and I are old friends, that's all.
それ以上でもそれ以下でもない
Nothing more, nothing
特
less.
別な恋愛感情なんてない
There's nothing romantic between us. You wish there was. Yeah, it's for the best.
はい
Got it. What is it?
選択肢
Plan A.
友達作
Friendship mission. What?
葵と
Aoi and Miyuki and Shinichi
友達
will all be friends.
ダメ
Okay? Yeah, let's be friends. Sure, that sounds nice.
本当
Honto? Maybe if she had a couple of decent friends to hang out with, she wouldn't act like this. You'll have to count me out, though. They say men and women can't be friends, but maybe you and Miyuki could.
気が進まないわ
I refuse.
私根本的にあなたと性格が合わない気がする
I feel that you and I are fundamentally incompatible. Looks like that's a hard no. Still, she's right. I can't imagine the two of them getting along very well.
はい
Got it, plan
選
B.
択肢 B
Muko holds her cell phone in the air. What the?
今
What exactly did you just do?
写真作戦なの
Photo
クラ
mission.
スにばらまくの
I'll send this to the whole class. Are you blackmailing us?
ルル
Blackmailing them saying what? Boop boop.
ダメ
Is that bad? Dame? Yes, it's Dame. The look on her face is perfectly innocent. Come on, Miyuki, explain to her.
ご自由に
Knock yourself out, Muko-san. Are you too serious?
私が新一とここにいたのは事実だもの
I mean, it's true Shinichi and I were up here
あ
together.
らぬ誤解は受けるでしょうけどそのくらい簡単に解いてみせるわ
Maybe it'll give some people the wrong idea, but I can clear it up for them no problem.
私はあなたみたいな人間の仲間として見られる方がずっと恥ずかしい
If anything, being friends with someone like you would be way more
で
embarrassing.
も二つだけ言わせてもらえる
You know what? Let me say two things. One,
かけてもいいわ
you're
今のあなたには一生友達なんてできっこない
you're free to try all you like, but unless you make some serious changes, you'll never stand a chance at making any friends.
二つ目
Two,
私を呼び捨てにしないで
don't call me Miyuki.
以上
That's final. Ouch. With that, Miyuki strides off to the door and down the stairs. Meanwhile, I feel myself unclench. I know she wasn't shouting at me, but still.
かっこいいの
She's so cool. You, really march to the beat of your own drum, huh?
ルル
Boop boop. Muko tilts her head. She looks confused, a regular occurrence for her.
バイバイ
Bye bye. She just leaves. Where are you going?
教室
The classroom. Is she seriously intent on showing everyone that photo? Miyuki's gonna be mad, you know.
どうしてなの
Why?
許可
She gave permission. Huh. She seriously has no clue, does she? Why are you trying to get me and Miyuki together in the first place?
主人公メインヒロインと結ばれるの
The protagonist needs to end up with the main heroine.
結ばれないのは変なの
It wouldn't make sense
アップ
otherwise.
デートするの
So Aoi will request an update patch. There you go with your dating sim nonsense again. I'm gonna go now. Hold it.
ルル
Boop boop. Muko's expression changes slightly, almost imperceptibly. Meanwhile, I'm a little shocked that I yelled at yelled after her just now. Obviously, I don't want her to show that photo to anyone. Not when I'm finally starting to enjoy my life as the class wallflower. If rumors start to spread that a pathetic nobody like me tried to confess my love to Queen Bee Miyuki, the mere thought has me on edge already. This must be why I yelled after Muko, to stop that from happening. Right? Look, didn't you just ask her to be your friend? Isn't that what you want? Tomodachi? Friend? She tilts her head again as if to consider the merits of the word. Tomodachi wakaranai. Aoi doesn't really understand friends. I think back to her address book with its single entry. Alright, tell you what. I take my phone out of my pocket. Let's trade email addresses. It's the first step to making friends. Cool? Trade email addresses? You ready? How do you do it? Oh, right. Obviously, she's never done this before. That's so sad. First, you open this menu. Okay, now send me an email. What the? I tried to send myself an email using her phone, but it won't send. Do you not have service up here? That's so weird. My phone's getting full bars. Does this mean we can't trade? For some reason, I sense sadness in her blank expression. Thinking quickly, I shoot her a reassuring smile. Don't worry, we can just do it manually. Here. I enter her phone number and email address into my contacts list. Then I show it to her just in case. Is this correct? Uh-huh. A moment of silence passes as she stares back and forth between our phones. What's wrong? Got it. She raises her hand. Does this make us Tomodachi? Friends? Yeah, I'd say so. Once you're in each other's phones, you're pretty much friends. Shinichi to Aoi Tomodachi? Shinichi and Aoi are friends? Yep, you and I are officially Tomodachi now. Tomodachi, friends. Muko stares puzzled at the new addition to her address book. A long moment passes. It starts to feel like time has stopped around us. We should probably head to class. Earth to Muko, you listening? Hi, got it. Once again, her hand shoots straight up into the air. Now that we're friends, you should call me Aoi. Whoa, I'm not sure about that. It feels a little too personal too soon. Is that dame? Is that bad? Gah, I can't say no to that face. Alright. Feeling a little awkward, I clear my throat. Let's go, Aoi. Sure thing, Shinichi. Alright, and that's going to end part 2. We have officially pissed off Miyuki, and we are now friends with Aoi. So we're still kind of prologue. I haven't really made any decisions, I don't think. Hopefully nothing important, other than I chose to be friends, so don't bite me in the butt. I assume friends is a good thing. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.